Glad to have you with us from Blacksburg, where night has fallen in these spectacular Virginia hills, creating the perfect night for football. The Terror Dome is alive. The Hokie Stone has been touched. The lunch pail is here, and the Hokies are ready to get this home opener underway. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Commodores about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Drones. Using the quick game. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The snap sets up the throw. Coming after it. Grab near the marker. It's Jennings. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, it's a nice-looking throw right there, and I'll tell you what, for Hokie quarterbacks in the past, it's not all about just hitting you with their legs. Michael Vick could kill you throwing the football. Tyrod Taylor could do it. How about this name? Jim Drunkenmiller. You can just see him right now, dotting an 18-yard dig route. That's a nice-looking throw. That gives me some Drunkenmiller vibes, Colin.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Alexander. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Johnson looking to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Doors! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking for room. It's Tootin. Turns it on in midfield. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback checking off. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones-type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Drones. It's complete to the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Hokies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around. And then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Cincinnati looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Johnson wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Well, that is not a great...
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set. Menu narration option is set to off. Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
At all, it'll be down inside their own 35-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
From the gun. Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Drones. The quick out. Touchdown, Hokie! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 20. Running through contact. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Down. Here comes this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wants to throw on second down. Wide open downfield. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. The AT unit on the field. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and no good. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw. It's Drones. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on your heels.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. They're going to run it. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged in the middle, it's Spence. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Johnson wants to throw it. Right down the middle. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown with the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Lane. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Handoff from the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Cricket.
On the run, it's Thomas. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They're working that left side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Goes to the option. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Going up top. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. A tremendous play to make the interception, and then the return takes him close to the 50-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Line getting set on second down. Scanning the field, it's drones. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Now, fourth down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hokies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Bust through behind his pad. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Good timing on the quick out. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Johnson looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Drones. Quick completion on the out. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
When you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
Here we go. Gorilla. Terrier.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The Hokies are moving quickly down the field.
Black 24. Black 24. Longer. Lasso. Go.
He wants to throw it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When I get inside the 3 on first and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be a physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Slips away. Jumped on top of the pile.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And now the lead's extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Iowa State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Ames. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
He'll throw it. He's right on target. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offensive out to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Coming out with it, it's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Getting some nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field. Touchdown, Hokies! And the defense doing work.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan to the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game 1, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO. Don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. The ball pops out. And the defense has got it in there trying to pick up some yards.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Fires to the big fella. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Virginia Tech 45, Vanderbilt 12.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Here we go.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field.
Belly stunner. Cobra. Cut.
They think there's room to run to the right here.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Mason. Ripping through the defense. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Bounced off his feet.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On the double.
Now on 2nd and goal.
Flare. 42 Spider.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They want to fight this one in a phone booth. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Fair catch, called for and made. fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Throws for the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Keeps the legs moving. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Commodores line it up with a 1st and goal.
Jackrabbit.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right,